Hi, this is Ben Pedrosini from Dita Solutions. In today's session, I'm going to take you through how to preview your module that you're working on and that you're building. So here I'm in a module that I want to preview through. So up on the top right hand side of the Dita Creator is a preview module button. If you click on that button, it'll bring up an information box, and press on the preview module button again, and this brings up the player itself. So this is how the user will see the module. So it represents it from the creator, exactly how they'll see it. So you'll be able to read through all the words that you've put in the Dita Creator and see if they lay out properly and see how it looks. Well, let's click on this module and get started. So and this is the player itself, and this is how it'll roll out. And you can see this is the first section in our one-stage module, and it is a video only section. So you can see how it sits in the player. You can watch through this video and watch the information and see if the video is playing through, or you know that the video is fine, then you can jump through to the end of the video and you'll see the next button light up, and then you can go to the next section. You'll see it change over here and see a tick applied to the previous section because it's been completed. So this is just a straight HTML page, which is information that we put in through the creator. And once again, it's just to go through and see how it lays out on the page and make sure that the information that you've put in all lays out perfectly, and then you can go back and make changes if it doesn't quite. We'll go to the next section, and this section here is a HTML page and an audio. So once again, see how your HTML is sitting on the page, and if you wish, you can listen to your audio all the way through, or simply skip to the end of that audio. Next, this is a good way to test your exercises, assessments and surveys. See the information that you're giving them to begin with, really spells out what the exercise is about, and then the conditions of the exercises, showing how many questions are asked, what the pass mark is, what the total marks are, number of attempts that they have, and how many attempts left they've got, and what the overall weighting is for this module. And with exercises, they don't carry a weighting because they are just that, just exercises that you can put in for them to test their knowledge as they go through. Well, let's begin that and just have a look what we've got inside here. So question 1 of 4, answer. This is just a multiple choice question. Submit it, brings up the feedback. Yes, that is correct. And it also, I've got ticked that we want to see what the correct answer is. Okay, I'll move on to the next one. This is a short answer question. So with short answers, they don't get marked straight away. So when I submit it, it will roll straight on to the next question. They don't get marked straight away because that means it'll go back to the management tool for a facilitator to then go in and answer that question. This is more of an essay type question. Once again, that one won't get marked automatically. It'll go back to the facilitator, so it'll move on to the next question and won't give feedback as well. And this one is what we call an exact match. So from these words we put in, the system can tell, yes, that's exactly what the answer is. You've got the correct feedback, and that you've also been given the answer itself. Okay, once you've finished that, we've got exercise feedback turned on, which is the final statement that we gave in there. You've got 3 choices of statements: a pass statement, a pending statement, which this one is, and also a fail statement. So this is a pending statement, and the reason it's pending is because 2 of the questions were not automatically marked. So we can see we had 4 questions. The pass mark was 2, and my current mark is 2. That's because 2 have already been marked and the other 2 are pending, but it'll allow us to move on. And then we're going into the assessment. Once again, the same setup with the assessment, and you can have both the introduction and the conditions switched off if you like in the creation tool, but in this case we've got them switched on. So I'll go into begin that part of the assessment. This is a multi-select, so this allows you to ask a question where you're wanting multiple correct answers to be answered, and we submit that. And yes, I've got that right, and it gives a list of all the correct answers there. So if they get it wrong and you have correct answers turned on, well then it'll tell them they've got it wrong and then list out the correct answers. Simple drop down, submit, and that's correct. And final one is a true or false. And when they click that, we get our feedback. And here at the end of the assessment, we've got our assessment feedback, and you can see we've got a pass here because we have no questions that are going back to the facilitator. So they were all automatically, results were marked. We had 3 questions asked. We only had a pass mark of 2, so I only had to get 2 out of 3, but my mark was 3 and I got the pass statement. So let's go to next. And finally, we've got a survey that we set up in this module. Once again, the conditions are set up. Begin the survey. And I'll just quickly run through this survey. There's no feedback on the survey because there's no right or wrong. You're just asking the user to give some feedback on what they thought about your module and what the experience was, so that you can make your module even better in the future. And then you survey feedback. And then we come to the module completion page. So this has told me, gives me results, gives me some information that you want to let them know, but it also gives me some results. So my percentage was 100%. The percentage required was only 50%, so it lets me know that I've passed straight away. So the student will know immediately that they've passed this module and they've got it correct. And if they wish, they can click on this certificate button here. From that, it'll bring up a certificate that shows them that they've passed the module and the date. And so here's our generic certificate, but you can put in your own certificate and has the date, the module name, and my name. And at any stage, they can save that or print that out. So I'll just close that down and go back. And when we click OK, then that brings us back to the course menu page, shows me that I've completed this particular module and that I've passed it. And you can see that the bar's gone to 100%. If they get halfway through and they come out, well, this progression bar would only be halfway and it would say 50%. Or wherever they're up to. Once they've completed, it shows them if they've passed or failed or it's pending. And if it's passed, well, then they can also click on the certificate button here to get their certificate. So this really, from the creator, allows you to go through and see how this module that you've created, how it will play out to the end user once it's published. All right, for any more information on the dita suite of products, you can go to www.ditasolutions.com. Thank you.